Did you know that the word dreamt, spelled D.R.E.A.M.T, dreamt is the only word in the world that ends with the letters M-T, M-N-T. You can go ahead and check it out. If you don't know, now you actually know. Welcome to the weekly quiz. On the line, I'm joined by two contestants, contestant 1 and contestant 2. Contestant number 1, please introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
The name's Samba-t, Thuli, Samba-t, Phetlhe, Samba the prodigal son, get a line, Gates, rapper, father of 2, husband, disciple, follower of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Hallelujah, let's begin this.
What up, what's going on? This is Bonte, Oabile. I'm an industrial designer, photographer, content creator, videographer, traveler. It is what it is. There ain't what it was before, you know.
Right, gentlemen, welcome to the weekly quiz. The rules are as follows. There are 3 rounds of questions to be attempted by contestants, and each question is given a time limit of 10 seconds. First round has 3 multiple choice questions. Second round has 2 true or false questions, and the final round has 1 tricky question. Contestants have 2 lifelines. 1, remove an incorrect answer from the multiple choice answers only, and 2, ask a buddy, and this lifeline is applicable to all 3 rounds. Use them wisely.
Let's do this.
Let's get it.
Right, round number 1, question goes to contestant number 1. Here's your question. What happens to a white hat when it's thrown into the Red Sea? What happens to a white hat when it's thrown into the Red Sea? It turns pink, it gets wet, or it shrinks. Time starts now.
It gets wet. It gets wet. It definitely gets wet.
That is actually correct. It actually gets wet because it wets in Mowana. Contestant number 2, here is your question. How many colors are there in a rainbow? How many colors are there in a rainbow? A5, B6, C7. Time starts now.
7 colors.
There are 7 colors in the rainbow. That is actually correct. Contestant number 1, here is your question. What do you call a female donkey? Is it a Sheila? Is it a Jenny? Is it a Dorothy? Time starts now.
It's a Dorothy.
That is unfortunately incorrect. A female donkey is called a Jenny. Not Jenny from the block, but a Jenny. Contestant number 2, what do you call a group of frogs? Contestant number 2, what do you call a group of frogs? Is it an army, a conglomerate, or a splash?
Oh, what is it? Is it an army? An army?
Is that your answer?
Yes, sir.
That is fortunately correct. It is an army. Contestant number 1, here is your question. Who is the current deputy mayor of Gaborone? Who is the current deputy mayor of Gaborone? Is it Florence Shagwa? Is it Loti Manyepetsa? Is it Khudisang Radisigo? Time starts now. Oh, that was very close. You almost ran out of time. That is correct. It is Loti Manyepetsa. He is the current deputy mayor of Gaborone. Contestant number 2, here is your question. Thapelo Letsholo is a member of parliament for which constituency? Is it A, Kanye East, Kanye South, or Kanye North?
I'll go with Kanye East.
That is incorrect. Thapelo Letsholo is the legislator for constituency ya Kanye North. Gentlemen, this is how we end the first round. It was a very interesting round. It appears you both were doing quite well in that particular round, with contestant number 2 actually getting wrong that particular one, ya Kanye North. Let's go on to round number 2. There's a true or false round. Contestant number 1, here is your question. Women between the age of 25 and 44 average 7 sexual partners in their lifetime. True or false? Women between the age of 25 and 44, that is, average 7 sexual partners in their lifetime. True or false?
That's true.
That is false, sir. That is incorrect. Contestant number 2, here is your question.
Please don't what?
The 5 rings in the Olympic logo, do not represent the first 5 sporting codes played at the first Olympic Games. True or false?
Do not.
Is it true or is it
I will
false?
say do not. That is false.
That is incorrect. It's actually true. They do not represent the first 5 sporting codes played. They actually represent the 5 landmarks. That is Africa, Asia, etc., etc. Contestant number 1, here is your round 2 question. Close to 1/4 of bones on a human body are in the feet. Close to 1/4 of bones on a human body are in the feet. True or false?
That's very true.
That is correct. It is true. 1/4 of the bones. Contestant number 2. Here is your question. Wearing socks during sex increases the chance of an orgasm. True or false?
That is false.
That is actually true. Wearing socks, in actual fact, increases the chance of an orgasm. It seems like contestant number 2 is trailing in this particular round. Let's move on to round number 3. Gentlemen, this is the final round. It is a very interesting round. And contestant number 1, here are your questions. Rather, your question. What year was Botswana's presidential jet OK1 shot down?
What year was our presidential jet shot down?
Yes. You're running out of time. I've got a couple of seconds.
2019. What are you talking about, man?
Right. Contestant number 2. What year did Sesere Zakama International Airport in Gaborone open?
The first one?
What year did Sesere Zakama International Airport in Gaborone open?
1982.
Gentlemen, that is how we end today's weekly quiz. I will tell you that in round number 3, both of you got your answers incorrect. In 1988, the Botswana's presidential jet OK1 was shot down when it was en route to Angola for a summit where it was mistaken for an enemy aircraft. Then it had 7 people on board, including the then president, who was Sekitumile Masire. Everybody survived on that particular happening. And in 1986, Nick, Sesere Zakama International Airport was opened in Gaborone. Gentlemen, that is how we end this particular segment, and the winner of this particular weekly quiz is contestant number 1, and he walks away with 100 Pula airtime of a network of their choice. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for participating.
Shout out.
You know what's up. You know what's up.
That's right. Catch us again next week as we engage 2 other contestants to find out if they're as smart as they appear or they know. Other than that, catch us again on the next weekly quiz. Cheers, you Smartie!
Nice black.